God damn it. Hello, Enrique. How are you? Hello, KP. Oh, it's been a week. I'm tired and I am not happy. So just to let you know, I believe my laptop is fixed so that I can live stream. I don't have it plugged or set up to do a live stream. My desk is a mess. So I've been doing, when I do a live stream, I've been doing it with my iPad and my iPhone 12, looking at the text. So I had charged it. I thought I had charged it. So my iPad is at 7% power, which really hacks me off because I had it plugged in and had the power turned on, so I don't know what happened. So I've got it plugged in right now, charging, and it's sitting precariously, so if I breathe the wrong way, it'll topple over at the side because I've got it plugged in and the plug is at the bottom. It won't let me turn it sideways or turn it upside down and use it. So I'm doing the best I can right now. Hello, Uncle Al. So I guess on the good side, I just hit 1,900 subscribers. Actually hit 1,900 subscribers last night. So I have 1,900 subscribers now. That will, that means I'm going to look at, and I've already done so, I've looked at the last 5 videos. So the way it worked was there were 18 people who left me a comment on the last video that I did, my most recent video. 18 people. So I wrote their names down, and then I went to the next to the last video that I did, and I started going through and checking off who had left me a comment. If you didn't leave me a comment, I crossed your name out. So I did that 5 back, and when I got through, I had 10 names. So there will be 10 names in my hat. 10. Last time there were 12. And I don't know. I guess it's not that big a deal, when I do a giveaway. I'm giving away, between what I give and what it costs me to send it, is $100. So it's basically $100 worth of, it'll cost me $15 to $20 depending on where it goes for shipping. And thinking about the fact that I only had 10 people, and the instructions are not that difficult. Just leave me a like and a supportive comment, And I don't even know whether you left a like. I'll see the comments. On the last 5 videos I will have released when I hit 1900. And I've been telling people for a while I'm right at hitting 1900. So, don't want to be a buzzkill, but there's only going to be 10 people for this drawing. So, you got a 1 in 10 shot of winning. Whoever wins, whoever I pull, that's the winner. Well, Enrique, you're one of the 10. You've got 2 channels, and one of them you left comments on 4, and the other channel you left comments on 5. So your name will be one of the 10 in the hat. And Uncle Al, you will be one of the 10 too, because you're very good about this, and you're very, very faithful. I appreciate it. So, 4 in the house and 5 likes. So I have 4 more weeks of work until I'm off for summer. Then I'll be off for 2.5 months. I'm ready for summer. The kids, the behavior, the way they act. It's just, and sometimes when you meet the parent, you know the reason the kid's the way they are. And I mean, not trying to be offensive or anything, but it's the truth. Why should I lie? Why should I lie about the way things are? Hello, Little Lone Prepper. KP, your name's in the hat too. Your name will be in the hat as well, KP. So, I will be probably this weekend. I will do my video of the box, of the drawing, and I may or may not get it loaded up with all the information because I've got to do a description. I do descriptions for my videos. I don't do it for shorts. I don't do it for live streams. I do it for videos. So I've got to load up my description and all the information on who was in it and who qualified, and I'll do some runners up, because there were some people who, left me on 3 or 4, but didn't do all 5. And I don't want to leave them out because they are good supporters. But I'll try to get that done this weekend. Now, when I get that done and when I get that loaded up, and I will probably do live streams Saturday and Sunday, because I did not do live streams Monday through Thursday of this week, but here it is Friday. The last live stream I did was last Sunday. So the way things are right now, with me working and then coming home and cooking for the wife and me, and then when I cook in the evening, I also usually cook breakfast and make breakfast tacos for the wife and me. And so I'm cooking double whatever I cook, I cook usually like a regular meal, and then I do tacos, and I've got to do certain things for that. But after I get my 1900 subscriber giveaway video done, I do the drawing, get it done, and get the box sent off and everything, I'm going to let this channel rest for about a month, which will be about when school gets out, because I got 4 more weeks. So when school gets out, I'll go back to it, and I'll have 2.5 months, and I'll hit it hard. And I'm sure in 2.5 months I should be able to get up over 2,000. And my 2,000 subscriber giveaway will probably be a little bit better as far as what I put in it than I've been putting in every 100. You know. So that's where I'm at right now. And I will use my backup channel, and I will take the opportunity to load stuff up on my backup channel, and I'll release some videos, and I'll release some shorts on my backup channel. I don't know whether I'll live stream or not, but I will make sure that I let everybody know when I'm getting ready to live stream again, to let y'all know. But and maybe I have 61 subscribers on my backup channel. Maybe I can get my backup channel up to 100 or so. It would be nice that my backup channel over 100 should, make me feel okay about my backup channel. I'm really going to enjoy when I get to 2,000 on my main channel. I mean, whether I continue to grow after that or whether I stay around 2,000, I'm not really, there are people like, well, I want to get up to 100,000, or I want to, yeah, it'd be nice. But realistically, my channel, me, what I put out, my content, the way YouTube treats me, I don't see them pushing me to grow. I mean, I grow grudgingly. So yeah, I could probably grow my channel up to 3, 4, 5,000, over a period of a couple of years. But it's not like YouTube's helping me to, oh well, 1 year from now you're going to have 100,000 subscribers. No, I don't see that happening. I do not see that happening. Pre-retirement days. Hello, pre-retirement days. How are you doing? But I will tell you, there are people who enjoy, it's almost like gambling. They like it's almost like gambling from the standpoint of, hey, well, I got these odds, that I could win, blah, 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 blah. And it's not like millions or billions to one, like buying lottery tickets or whatever. You buy a ticket, you've got a ticket to my giveaway. 5 comments, last 5 videos. And like I said, 10 people. Anyway, enough complaining about that. That's fine, Little Lone Pepper, I understand. And I think you've been a previous winner. I mean, most of you in here right now, except maybe pre-retirement days, have been one of my box recipients. Let me see if I can key this in. That's my second channel. I go by Taco Talk, my second channel. Now the other thing, Joseph Moore, who will be in the drawing, he's got a follow-up box coming from me. And I do want to get that follow-up box done. So that's one more thing I'm going to do, is I'm going to get that follow-up box for him, and I'm going to get the video for that one made. So I apologize for making a change. But it'll be the giveaway, and it'll be the follow-up box. Those will be the 2 videos I need to get done, and then I will rest my channel for about a month after that. I've been promising him, and I've just been running slow. I have no idea, Enrique. I just know that I looked at it really good, and your channel Dad's advice was the one that did not make. UnKL, that one you had the 5. So I'm sorry. But that was the one that didn't for whatever reason. And I can look at it again, but then I also am going to look at, well, when did it get dropped? So if you go back and you leave a comment and it's like today, and well, I've already done the, so I also would look at, I mean, in fairness, and then I'd also offer just to send you a box, so it'd basically be what I would put in my giveaway, except for the medical kit, because normally in the subscriber giveaway boxes, when you're one of the 100, I normally put a $20 medical kit in it. But other than that, it's pretty much everything else is what I normally get in my giveaway boxes when I send somebody something, at least as a first-time box. No, it doesn't include live streams. It's just videos. If you're talking about my giveaway, it's the last 5 videos, not live streams, not shorts, not post. It's the last 5 videos I will have released. I don't release that many videos, Some of my videos are 3 or 4 minutes long. I think the last one I did was something like 17 minutes. It just depends on what I'm releasing, but it depends on what the subject matter is. But it doesn't take that long even if you don't watch the whole thing. If you just take a minute and leave a comment, while the thing's running, that's a, that qualifies as a view and a comment. I appreciate when you let the thing run the full time, if you watch the whole thing, especially like, my videos. If I'm doing a video of a demonstration that's like 4 or 5 minutes long, it would behoove you to take those 4 or 5 minutes. If you spend 10 or 15 minutes with me on an evening basis when I do a live stream, it could behoove you that if I do a 3, 4, 5 minute video to watch the whole thing, because there will be my videos. I don't just do videos every day. And when I do a video, it usually has stuff in it that's like good for preparedness. Like the one I did on matches was a short little video. The one I did on water, I've done like 2 on water. Those were not too long. I did one on how to use a camp stove, and I don't know if that was one of the last 5 that I did, but that wasn't too long. So I think I made coffee with it, but it is what it is. So just plan on, the when I do my next, and it'll be this summer sometimes, I'll do a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. And if you did not, then, just remember to just keep track of me. And I don't do that many videos. Like Uncle Al says, well, YouTube wants you to do 2 a day. Most weeks I don't do 2. Sometimes I do 1 every couple of weeks. There have been a couple of times when, I did 2 in a week. But I don't do that many videos. So you just have to sort of keep track, of, when I release one, if you get notifications, just, leave me a little comment, leave me a comment and a like. I appreciate the likes. The likes help you with YouTube pushing your video out. Likes and comments help you get your stuff pushed out by YouTube. Yeah, I appreciate that, Enrique. And Uncle Al, I tell you this, back in the day when I'd watch whatever Uncle Al would put out, because I used to watch everything he'd put out when I had time previously. He does some shorter videos. He'll do some that are like 6 or 7 minutes, and then he does some like 25 or 30 minutes long. To me, that's like, a little too long-winded. I understand. Uncle Al does not live stream, you know, but I think the sweet spot is 6 or 7 minutes, unless you're doing like a demonstration video, you know. But I mean, I try to keep my videos. I don't put fluff in my videos. I don't put fluff in them. I don't have the time that I used to have to do all of the graphic stuff, the music, the segments. I put segments together, and this one has this music, and that one has that music, and like I'll have a little, and then like it'll show me like I'll put some food stuff in it. Like okay, I ate a taco. Okay, I'm having lunch. Go back to lunch. I'm having a burger or whatever. I don't. I really haven't been doing that. I have been like when I do when I do video or whatever. Sometimes I'll do. I'm drinking coffee. I talk a little bit, or I do like a little 1 minute or a 2 minute little segment where I talk about what I'm going to do, and you'll see me eating a breakfast taco and drinking coffee, and then I get to my business of whatever I'm doing, and that it is what it is. So where I'm at right now, let's 5 in the house, 6 likes. So let's let me talk about tonight's topic, provided by Uncle Al. I will say this: Uncle Al is a good friend, and he's a good mentor. We're very similar in age. I think he's got a year or two on me, but we're both old school. We're both baby boomers. You know, and we tend to have similar views when it comes to what we think about the government, and certain stupid stuff that we live with. But today's topic that Uncle Al had suggested was 5 things that kill you in a blackout. And there are periodic blackouts. If you have a blackout when it is cold, chances are the heat's going to go out. Unless you got natural gas or you got propane or whatever, the heat's going to go out. If it's electricity, the heat's going to go out. If you got all electric, you better have a fireplace. You better have a kerosene heater. You better have a propane heater. You better have something other. And so the sudden bitter cold, people die from lack of heat. A kerosene heater is the solution for places without a fireplace. Another one would be that's good, Holly. Another one would be a heat wave, or heat stroke. See the EU, 70,000 people died in that heat wave. Older people, very young people, children, elderly people. I mean, overweight people, people with health impediments. They can't handle the extreme heat. And their body temperature regulation can get off. And they can die. Heat stroke. What do you do to solve that? Well, in a heat wave, if the AC's not working or whatever, or if you should at least try to have a window unit. And yes, it would run on electricity, but you can get them that will run off of a battery for a period of time. I would dig a hole in the dirt and sit in it. Well, it's like a root cellar. Temperature wise, you go down into the ground, and you can get, if you had like a little old style in the ground, the temperature is less underground. A window mounted AC unit. The problem with both cold and heat factor is a lack of use. Fuel power generator, running a battery bank, running a heat source. Then you got to worry about carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide poisoning. Armchair preppers and survivalists. Again, lack of experience in using a fireplace, kerosene or propane heaters. Fuel power generators. You need to use those outdoors. You do not use them in your garage or in your house. Then there's the issues with medical equipment. Like, what if you got a CPAP or you got oxygen or something that you got to have power for it? Spare parts, batteries. Not up to date. You need to be able to run it for a week. An outage. Something that's life and death. You need to have a source of power that you can run it for a week. And then there's fire. From candles, from fuel lamps, the kerosene heater or the propane heater, the fireplace, a wood stove. You get a fire going. It gets out of hand. Starts a fire. You start a fire. Do you have the means to put it out? Do you have an extinguisher? Do you know what you're doing? Gotta think about that. I hope I expressed that okay, Uncle Al. 6 watching and 8 likes. A tent is good inside when it's cold, a microenvironment. Well, that's true. When you exhale, you're exhaling your breath, you're putting out some heat. You're putting out the temperature of your breath when you exhale. What's your internal temperature? 98.6. It's putting out, it's like you see what looks like smoke when you exhale when it's very cold. You can see your breath. The temperature is a lot warmer than the freezing cold. Your breath when you exhale. And then, you talk about solar. So, we bought a travel trailer. I bought a travel trailer with the wife recently. And I took out a note on it, so I'm be paying, on it. And I plan on getting it paid off in 6 months or so. I'm just going to make big payments. In 6 months from now, I'm going to have it hopefully paid off. So I've been ordering stuff for it. So like I ordered a 50-foot hose, water hose, to clean, something that you can use for human consumption. A sewer hose, sewer line hose. One of the sewer hoses, you get a 20-foot sewer hose. Well, another Amazon. And they said, do an unboxing or do a mail call. So this is a mail call from Amazon. RV toilet tissue. This is something that rapidly dissolving septic safe for RVs and boats. Gentle and ultra soft, pure white, no fragrances. Proudly made in the USA, 8 rolls, 2-ply, 500 sheets per roll. 8 rolls, 4 inches by 3.5 inch, the sheets. So that's the mail call. Just got that in. I still need to get the sewer line. I need to get some the treatment for the septic. I'm still working on it. You know, you gotta get everything set. You gotta get tested. I'm not worried about it for right now. What are Indian tacos? Indian tacos. Well, I guess, are we talking about from the subcontinent? Are we talking about Native American? Hello, Joseph. Wanted to let you know I hadn't forgotten you. I'm still going to get your other retaliatory package out to you. And I'm going to do the 1900 subscriber giveaway video this weekend. Hopefully I'll get it put together this weekend. Yes, the retaliatory package. I have all the stuff for it sitting right here. I just need to put the video together. I want to get the 1900 subscriber video out, done. And I want to try to get that done, get that out. And hopefully we'll get that done. Hello, Chuck. Been a while. I have not been by your channel. I apologize. I was talking about you the other day. I was talking to Scott, SD Mountain Man. I hadn't really spent much time on Sean's channel. I haven't done any haven't been any fired up or cast irons. I'm sorry. Been working, and I apologize. I will be off in about a month for 2.5 months, and I'll make sure I, leave you a lot of comments and likes. But thank you for coming in, and I hope life is treating you well. I had mentioned that the wife and I, we just got a new travel trailer. Yeah, we've been talking about Uncle Al, Die Bullfrog, Alan Sato, Uncle Al, fame, Die Bullfrog 79. He a lot of times will give me topics, and he sent me this topic today. So it's 5 things that kill you in a blackout. The sudden bitter cold. Not being prepared for the cold. People die from lack of heat, freeze to death. A kerosene heater is the solution for places without a fireplace. Heat waves or heat stroke, getting very hot. See EU where 70,000 people died in that heat wave. Window mounted AC units would be a possible solution for that. The problem with both cold and heat factor is lack of use. Fuel-powered generators, running a battery bank, running a heat source. You got to watch out for carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide poisoning by armchair preppers and survivalists. Again, lack of experience in using a fireplace, kerosene or propane heater. fuel-powered generators. You use them outdoors, not in the garage or in the house. Problems with medical equipment, spare parts in battery banks, not up to date. The power must last a week. Fire from candles, from fuel lamps, the kerosene heater or the propane heater, the fireplace, and wood stoves. You get a fire going accidentally. Do you have a means to put it out? Do you have a fire extinguisher? Do you have fire extinguishers, as in plural? Do you have professional fire extinguishers? Needed carbon monoxide detector. Got one in the kitchen. Got one in the hallway. Yes. Check the batteries. Test it periodically. And things sound like the end of the world when it goes off. It goes ee. Sounds like the end of the world when the bloody thing goes off. Yes. Test it. It be loud. Yes, you need extra wicks, paraffin. Truthfully, when I've got them, I've either ordered them online and I've got them delivered like through Amazon, or I've got them over at Walmart. And I haven't gotten the professional ones that you can refill. You know, you charge them, you have them serviced, and they can refill them. No, I don't have those. I have the small, ones that are like $25 or whatever. I don't remember what I paid the last time I got one. So that's what we're talking about today. The other thing we've been talking about is that I did reach 1,900 subscribers. So it's going to generate the 1,900 subscriber giveaway. And what I had been saying for the longest time, because it's been months, is that please leave me a like and a supportive comment on each of the last 5 videos. And I've clarified, I'm not talking shorts. I'm not talking community posts. I'm not talking live stream. I'm talking videos that I release, or I will have released, when I hit 1,900. So I look at that last video, the one that's current, that's the last one I've done, write the names down, and then I start tracking back 4 more videos, checking off who did, who didn't. Already done that. Got 10 names. And yeah, you can go to a commercial supplier for a lot of stuff. You want to get good quality, commercial grade quality stuff. It's going to cost you more. But I mean, when you talk about your life, and if you got the money to do it, I'd do it. I get John Wick, yeah. Okay, Enrique, funny. Thank you. Yeah. So I will say this: it's funny. Like talk about shorts. So in the last 24 hours, I probably released 3 shorts. The oldest one of the bunch, probably has been over 24 hours. Had over 1,000 views. It was a food short. Then I released one, Salisbury steak. And it's been 10, 12 hours. I think less than 20 views. And then I released another one 4 hours ago, maybe. It's already up to around, 500 views. So I was explaining to the ladies that I work with, I said, well, this is a clinker clunker, what do you want to call it? Clinker. What do you mean? What does that mean? Said, well, I mean, I released this one and it was a food related, about the same thing, just slightly different music, different, a little bit different food. I released this one, doesn't have any, not getting any traction, and for the longest time, it had like 9 or 10 views, it had 9 or 10 likes, and it had 9 or 10 comments. So the people who would watch this video were people that, really follow me, that has notifications. And I was looking at it, it's like those are the people that really follow whatever I put out. But YouTube was not pushing out that video, for that short, for whatever reason. YouTube wasn't pushing that one out, and that happens sometimes. YouTube doesn't just push out everything that you do. So there have been times when I'll do a video, and then I do another one several hours later, slightly different, and it doesn't get pushed out. The other one might have got 1,000, 1,500 views, and then the second one. And then I'll go ahead and when I see that one's like a clunker and it's not getting any traction or anything, then I'll release another one, fairly similar, maybe a little bit different music. I tend to use 4 or 5 songs that I rotate through, 4 or 5 songs that are very popular right now, and that one will start picking up and getting a lot of views. But that one in the middle, I don't know what the hell happened. So that's very frustrating to me. Yeah, you've got to calculate when you're using solar. One, your controller that you use, that basically you got your panels plugged into your controller. Your controller goes to the battery system, and you normally have a fuse. So if there's a surge or whatever, it doesn't blow anything out. You have a fuse there. And you got to calculate, well, on average, for where I'm at, for the type of panels that I have, the wattage of the panels I have, how much can I bring in during a day? How much power can I bring in or expect to bring in to my batteries during a day? And then what is my battery capacity? And then you got to have, if you're doing it in AC, then you got to have a 110 AC inverter. And the thing about the inverters are 110 draws a lot more power than 12 volt. Like I can have 12 volt appliances and such plugged in, like using a Bouge RV refrigerator freezer, compressor driven refrigerator freezer. And when the thing is running, it's using less than 50 watts. It's using less than 50 watts when the thing's running. And they cycle on and off. The idea is it wants to keep, you got it set for 30 degrees, 31 degrees, for your temperature on your fridge freezer. And it cycles to keep it around that temperature. So, and you're using 12 volts. So when it's not running, it's not bleeding power. Whereas if you're using a 110 system, AC, alternating current 110, and you've got a AC unit, and they make them now that are low startup as far as power draw, and that that they're not like just power hogs. You're still going to be using a lot of power. And then you got to calculate, well, your battery bank, how long will your battery bank run it? If the thing is running and it's drawing 1,000 watts an hour, then you look at a 100 amp battery, and let's say you got 4 of them. Okay, let's say you got 4 of them. Well, each of those 100 amp batteries, lithium iron batteries that you can draw down all the way, they're going to give you about 1280 watts of power on a full charge. So if you're running 1,000 watts an hour and you got 4 of those, then those batteries, like overnight, say you're running it overnight when you don't have any solar power coming in, they'll run it for about 5 hours. If it's using about 1,000 watts an hour, if it's using 1 kilowatt an hour, 1 kilowatt an hour. And I'm just giving you like an estimate. I'm just giving you a rough estimate. I haven't really checked that one out, but just they do draw a lot of power. So if you got a nice battery bank with 4 100 amp hour lithium iron batteries, say Power Queens or whatever, and I can get those Power Queens for less than $200 pop. Sometimes you buy 2 or 3 of them at once. Let's say you got 4 of them. The other thing you got to think about is you've got to be able to charge them. So that's where the solar panels come in, and then the charge controller. You need an MPPT, maximum power point charge controller. They're more expensive, but they really work to maximize what you're going to get from your panels. And you got to figure out, well, if I'm trying to charge, so if you're trying to charge one 100 amp battery, you want 400 watts of panels for each one of those batteries. So if you got 4 batteries, you want 1,600 watts of panels. And right now, you can get a 250 or a 300 watt panel. 100 watts used to be very popular. I've got a bunch of 100 watt panels that I had installed 6 or 7 years ago when I did my remodel. And back then, you've really got better quality now, and you got more power now, more efficiency now. It's really been increasing last 2, 3, 4 years. So, you want, for what you're dealing with, you want 1,600 watts of panels. But then you also need a charge controller that can handle that. Those charge controllers are rated for a certain amount of amps. 1 amp is like 13 watts. Each amp is like 13 watts. So you need charge controllers that will, and then you need like the battery bank. So it's not cheap. It's not the end of the world, but it's not cheap. Seven people and 9 likes. That's good. Thank you. And I've been talking about, take care, Joseph. Well, the other thing I will tell you is, if you have equipment that's designed, like you have something that goes in a travel trailer, whatever, it's going to cost you more than some, just for whatever reason they make money on you. You start having stuff put into a travel trailer, it costs more. Like the travel trailer that I bought is wired up for solar. It's got all, but it did not come with a charge controller It did not come with an inverter. So I'm going to have to install a charge controller, which will be an MPPT. I'm going to have to install an inverter. And truthfully, I need one that can power microwave. I need something that's going to be able to power my microwave. So I'm looking at something that's going to be at least probably an inverter. I'm probably looking at a 1500 watt inverter, even though the microwave is probably going to be a 1000 watt microwave. But I don't want the inverter to basically be straining at full power. You want something that's capable of more so that when you use it, you're not stressing it out, running it at almost max. And that's the reason why, So you got to take in consideration, well, what is it running? What is it going to be running? You know. The other thing is, traditionally, people had deep cycle batteries, like what you'd have in a car. And the thing about those batteries, those lead acid, they're sealed or whether they're sealed or whether you got to put water in them. The newest ones for the last so many years, they're sealed batteries. You don't have to add water to them. Back in the day, you did. But those batteries, you can only draw them down about halfway, about 50%, and you go beyond that, and you start damaging them. Really shortening their life, and they're not really designed that they're going to last you 20 years or whatever. Whereas your lithium iron batteries, you are able to completely draw them down on your power, and then recharge them, and it won't damage them. And you can do that every day for 10 years or so, and you'll still have pretty much full power. They say after a certain number of years, you get down to where, like, okay, they're at like 80% power. Whereas they've lost just a little bit. And that's after many years of constant use, drawing it down and recharging it, drawing it down and recharging it, So you start thinking about that. Oh, meatloaf sounds good. We had a meatloaf last weekend. I think I did a video of, like, we had what we had served, I did a short of it. Really good eating. Really good eating. 5 in the house, 9 likes. So again, I have not been EcoFlow. EcoFlow is good. I have not been. Bouge RV is also good. Like if you wanted to get a AC, something that you can use with your system, your 12-volt system, Bouge RV makes a good one. Good AC. Yeah, and I eat a lot of leftovers. True, that's good, Chuck. I do leftovers. I love leftovers. Hello, Mama, 4 boys. Hope you're having a good evening, Rachel. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. 6 in the house, 9 likes. Oh wow, I love meatloaf. I made burgers for supper. I made cheeseburgers actually. Put lettuce and tomatoes in for the wife. Mayonnaise. Yeah, good stuff. I stopped off at HEB and got her a couple of desserts. Got her a slice of pie. Got her a piece of cake. She's got a sweet tooth. And good stuff. Good stuff. I ate ramen with some cafeteria vegetables I put in it. Kids don't eat all their stuff, so they leave you a little, you know. And I put carrots, and then I put like some corn and peas in it, green beans, and mixed vegetables. Went into my ramen, and it was good. Ate the whole thing. You know those ramens I get a 6-pack for $6. I order a couple of these at a time. Get them on Amazon, $6. 3 minutes in the microwave. You put one bottle, half liter of water in it. 3 minutes, it's ready. Stir it up, let it sit for a couple of minutes, it's ready. Happy birthday. Tuna's good. Yeah, I like tuna. You got to add eggs to it. You got to put eggs in it. Tuna's good. I love tuna. 7 in the house. 9 likes. So, I will try to get the video up for the subscriber giveaway. I'll draw from the hat and everything. I'll try to get that done this weekend. Get uploaded if I can. I've also got to get Joseph Moore's box, The Retaliation, done. And then I'm probably going to let my channel rest for about a month. Tuna and eggs. Tuna and eggs. You mix a couple of eggs in with the tuna, cook it a little bit. I don't really like raw tuna. You get a can of tuna. And yeah, it's good eats to me. It's good eating. So we talked about things that'll kill you in a blackout. Heat, freezing, too much heat stroke, too cold, not being able to regulate your temperature, not having a means for power if you're using like a CPAP or you're using oxygen or something other. You got to be able to have a system that'll run for a week until they can get things fixed. A lot of people, bad things happen. A lot of bad things have happened to people because of that. And that's where I'm at. I'm going to be using my backup channel. I think most of you who are on here right now probably are subscribed to my backup channel, but I'm going to start releasing on my backup channel, let my main channel rest for about a month after I get through with what I'm doing. That'll be about the time that I start summer vacation. Then I'll kick back into the main channel, and I'm told that it'll help me with the algorithm and with YouTube and everything if I go let it rest a little while and then I go back and hit it. So I'll use the backup channel. Uncle Al, thank you. I will plan on being back tomorrow for another. I'll try to do one tomorrow. I'll try to do one Sunday before I go back to work Monday. And I appreciate everybody. So when I get up in the morning, I thank God for the day. I take my medication. I drink my coffee. I say the Lord's Prayer. Try to get right in my head for what I need to do. I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. Keep my eyes and ears open. Observe. I try to lead by example. I was a scout. I believe in the scout motto, be prepared. And I will tell all of y'all, thank you for being here. And everybody, please have a blessed day. And hopefully you can join me for another edition of Coffee Talk tomorrow. Keep looking at my shorts. I'll post on my community wall. And everybody, blessings and good night. Thank you.